Hi, everyone. My name is Therese. I am one of the dietetic interns here at VeggieRx this semester, and I am here to talk about with you how food and what we choose to eat can improve our or negatively affect our mood and our mental health. So what we're going to be going through today is why is nutrition important for our brain and what supplies its energy? Why is this topic so important right now in our current period? And then what are some lifestyle changes that we should include into our regular lifestyle? So to start off with, carbohydrates have gotten a bad rep recently. Due to various bad diets that have come out. So carbohydrates are good for you. They are our main source of energy for our brain because they have a certain sugar in it called glucose. And this is our main source of energy. And it also helps improve form our memory and form the structure of the brain. So there are two types of carbs. There is refined carbs, and then you have our other group of carbs that are your better carbs and more nutrient dense. So your whole grains, your fruit, and your dairy products. So whole grains could be your whole grain pasta, wheat bread, brown rice, etc. So how does this affect our mood? So the nutrients from what we eat helps build these neurotransmitters. So in other words, a neurotransmitter is a message that is used to is a message sent between our brain to boost its mood. So there are various names for it. There's some of the most common ones would be your serotonin, your melatonin, epinephrine, endorphins, etc. So what your brain's doing when you eat, it's sending a message to your other, like a text message to your other friends like, hey, you need to calm down, you need to relax, you need to be energized, and just an overall sense of well-being. So why is this so important right now in our period of time? So during the past year, we have just celebrated our yearly anniversary of COVID. So during the past year, there's been a huge spike in poor mental health among adults and adolescents alike. So according to the CDC, 40% of US adults struggled with mental health or substance abuse in June 2020. And then in addition to that, 31% had depression or anxiety, and 11% considered suicide. If you are experiencing serious symptoms, I do recommend talking to your primary care provider or talking amongst your friends and seeking out for help. It's also important to note that although nutrition and lifestyle changes can have a huge benefit to your mental health, it is not the whole cure-all. So this is my favorite part, so I'm going to talk about now the lifestyle changes we can use to improve our moods. So I've already mentioned carbs, so we're going to talk about protein. Protein is a building block for those messages that I was mentioning earlier that improves our mood. So they also help form the structures of our cell that improves our mood as well. So a portion of protein should be about 1/4 of our plate. And then there's various forms of protein, whether you're a vegetarian, vegan, or the animal-based proteins as well. So you have your animal-based, you have your eggs, your chicken, your turkey, your yogurt, your fish, and then more vegan, you have also your tofu, your beans, your legumes, etc. Okay, Then we also have the foods that are high in B vitamins. There's various B vitamins, as you can see on the right, that includes thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, B6, B12, and folate. These are also important because they help build the neurotransmitters and build the brain structure. Overall, helping send the messages that would improve our mood or help control our mood, in other words. So I can go in big detail, but this would be a long presentation of each B vitamin and what key nutrients is. So my biggest tip for you right now is just going to be to eat a variety of fruits and leafy greens, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and protein. If you just eat a variety of nutrient-dense foods, you're going to be getting the adequate intake of these. Okay. My key word on this side is limit. I'm telling you this because all food is good for you in moderation. So foods that are high in sodium, saturated fat, and added sugar will have a negative impact on our mood, even though we think they taste good. So diets high in these foods will increase irritability, fatigue, or decrease concentration. So that includes our fried foods, our sports drinks, our soda, cookies, chips, or more fattier meat products. And again, just choosing to limit these foods in our everyday life can have a huge impact. Okay, number 4, stay hydrated with water. Water is going to be our best friend as opposed to the pop and the juices that I just mentioned due to the added sugar that could have a negative impact. So it varies depending on your physical activity you perform daily or your height or your weight. But on average, a man should be getting 15.5 cups per day of water, and then a woman should be getting about 11.7. And if you are dehydrated, it will probably increase your irritability and fatigue, thus a negative mood. So finally, get active. I'm not telling you to go run a marathon unless you really want to and you enjoy it. I'm saying that physical activity has shown to help increase endorphins, which is one of those brain messages. So that would improve our mood. So it reduces stress, improves self-esteem, and improves overall concentration. So you do something you enjoy, or the little things also include physical activity. So if you enjoy yoga, dancing, playing basketball outside, or just walking to and from work, or cleaning your house is a form of physical activity, especially when you're moving with the vacuum all through the house, it's included. Okay, so here are the main takeaways. Eat a balanced diet. As I said, eat your leafy greens, and then choose your the foods higher in sodium, saturated fat, and added sugar. Eat that in moderation. Also, get active. Choose something you enjoy. And when in doubt, this is a crazy time for a lot of us right now as we are through this time period of our lives. So my biggest recommendation is to seek help and just take a deep breath, because sometimes we all need it. Well, thank you so much for listening to this presentation. I hope you continue to listen to our channel